quadrant go? Let's have a look at it. There's our anti-clockwise direction. So let's get our theta placed. See, very neutral color. So if we have a look at our altitude being dropped down again, let's put in our coordinates again. Well, this time we're back with our x being positive because we are on the right hand side of the y-axis, or the right hand side of the origin, which is 0. However, our y coordinate is still below the x-axis. Remember, this is an altitude. There we go. We've got our coordinates sorted for quadrant number 4. How about our actual angle and its rotation? Well, it's nearly a full 360 degrees. It's nearly a full 360 degrees. However, we are missing theta. So it's 360 degrees minus theta. That's how we can think of quadrant number 4. However, there's another way we can think about it. Well, our reference angle theta is still coming from the positive x-axis. However, the rotation is positive. So we can also think about it as negative theta. And that'll have some impact, as we'll see later on. However, first things first, let's have a look at how our ratios perform in quadrant number 4. Well, sine of theta is now negative y still over r. Cosine of theta, well, we're back with being positive, and that's over r. And then tan of theta, well, that's negative y over x. Well, that leaves us with cosine of theta being our only positive ratio in the 4th quadrant. So let's see how we do some referencing over there. So if I were to have tan of 360 degrees minus theta, well, this triangle, as it's being referenced in the 4th quadrant, gives us a negative value. So that's going to be the same as negative tan of theta. So that's the proper reduction in the 4th quadrant, because cosine is the only positive ratio given the way our x and y values play out inside the ratio on the right hand side. Now, I did speak about this quite briefly. So if we have a look at it, cosine of negative theta, because cosine is positive in this 4th quadrant, is going to be equal to cosine of theta. Remember, the negative rotation just places our r. From there, we still have to reference what that ratio of the sides mean to determine whether the ratio turns out to be positive or negative. As another example, if we were to have sine of negative theta, well, what does that do to the ratio? Well, it's still being placed in quadrant number 4, where the only positive ratio is cosine of theta. Hence, we will have negative sine of theta, because the ratio of the sides to each other contain a negative y value. Hence, we will have negative sine of theta. Radio. Stay tuned or skip for a summary video.